weird me being so big like this. I'm not really used to it. You can still see I have a little bit of eye bags here and there. That is for a good reason. That we have just come back from Arcadious, just come back from a Japan trip and an England trip, and we have goodies. And I thought instead of just doing a stream, playing a game for once, maybe I will show you some of these games. Now, I'm not going to even pretend that I know all of these games, but maybe we can do a bit of research on the way. Take a look at what these are. Of course, some of these games I know. I got games here, I got games down there, and I got games over there. So you have to give me a minute as I collect these. I'm going to have to make space because I want to get these categorized and put in the right place. A couple of other things. First of all, why am I buying Jap games? Well, why not, right? You can't always go for the US versions of stuff. If there's an opportunity to get some Japanese stuff, then why not get some Japanese stuff? I have really bad hair. Hair everywhere. So why not get some Jap stuff? So I got some Jap stuff. So we got some Jap stuff. You will see the prices on some of these games. In some cases, this is the price I paid. In some instances, I got discounts, or in fact, they were free. I can't remember. I got receipts over there. I need to check everything. But some of these games, I didn't pay as much as what you see. And some of these games still have an indication of quality, right? Each video game store had a different sort of way to measure quality. You can't always buy the best, most pristine stuff, especially if you're buying like in bulk. I have bought actual good quality stuff. I could have gone much further down the line of bad quality and really sort of picked up much, but there's only so many luggage bags you can fill. So I thought, get something that's maybe at the 75% range. There are one or two things that are really good quality, and I'll show you those in a second. So yeah, let's get into it. And by the way, this is going to be a mix of Japanese and English. You'll be able to tell where the English games from the fact that they're English, right? So let's take a look. First of all, we have right here Namcot. Can you see that? You know what? I might have to turn the light on. There are no lights on right now, apart from the one on the webcam. You can see here, basic baseball game from Namcot. That's what Namco used to be called. The game opens right to left. I'm not going to be opening all of these, obviously, because that would be a foolish thing to do. And in fact, you know what? If this game doesn't really want to open without me giving it some force, I won't. Oh, there we go. Okay. So you can see there, baseball game. So all of these games should have the manual in very good condition with the extra packaging. You can see right there. Very good game. Oh, it's called Namco down there. That's interesting. So baseball games are one of the sort of, sets of games that are extremely common. Back in the day. See. A lot of Mega Drive games from Japan. So that's the first one. I'm not going to be opening all of these. Here we have another one, which I saw was pretty good quality. Quinty! There we go. Quinty. Not really sure about this one either. Not even any screenshots. Oh, there is a screenshot on the back of this. Not really sure here. I don't know if you can see right there. The focus, probably quite... There we go. You see some sort of card game on this side here, and then some sort of Japanese village or empire on the left-hand side there. So... Quinty, there you go. I need to get involved in all these games, work out what they are, at least find out the US equivalent so that I know. Here's one I do know quite easily. So this one right here is the Japanese version of Mario versus Donkey Kong. This was actually quite a good game. Was it color or advanced? I think it was Game Boy Advance, wasn't it? Or did I have the Game Boy version? But anyways, Mario versus Donkey Kong. And you can see there that this game had a number of sort of Donkey Kong style levels. You can see there where usually Mario had to do some platforming, pick up keys, climb ladders and stuff like that. Come back here, you big monkey. You can see right there. And then Donkey Kong was involved. And I remember every couple of levels, there was a very Donkey Kong style, original Donkey Kong style level where you had to beat the crap out of him. So yeah, that's a good one. Played that one. Got that somewhere. just the original cart somewhere hidden away. I did pick up quite a few Game Boy Advance because the quality was quite good here. This one you can see right here. I've got no clue what this is, but I seem to identify with the characters. It is like a puzzly type of game. You can see at the back here, you can see that it is like I don't know if it's like a match 3. It looks sort of like a match 3 or something like that. It's definitely like a Puyo kind of game. You can play up to 4 players, apparently, like that. That's a good game right there. So yes, that's that. Try not to stack these on top of each other either. This one is an obvious one to anyone that knows Asian culture. Mahjong. This is definitely a Mahjong game. Looks like that was the original price because that is actually part of the... Maybe this is like a classic collection or something like that. In Singapore dollars, that's about $35. That's not what I paid for it. Paid for less. Yes, so you can see right there. This isn't the versus type of Mahjong. It's Mahjong Solitaire. So you have to, it's like match 2, and then you slowly uncover the board to open up new tiles. Good game that. I played a lot of Solitaire Mahjong in my time. What else we got? Be very careful here. Monster Farm Advance. This one I do know. Monster Farm was it's effectively like a Pokemon clone type thing. You can see there at the back. You can see various things there. This one seems to have a bit of variety in the gameplay, like there and that type of thing, fighting monsters and stuff like that. But it looks like there are some farm elements there as well. So yes, Pokemon clones. There's tons of Pokemon clones in the Japanese market. The most famous one, of course, which got outside. You might argue it's not a clone, but you have Digimon, of course, which tried to replicate Pokemon success back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I think something like that. Game Boy Color one now. This one is actually very cheap. You see that? It's like $3. But I thought the quality is very good. Game Boy Color you can't find as well as you used to. You see the quality is pretty good. No clue what this game is, I'm afraid. Got some story bits and pieces at the back there. But I've got no clue what this is. Although this character here seems very familiar. Is this an anime? This guy seems really familiar. Oh, it's One Piece. That's what it is, isn't it? For you anime guys, One Piece. I guess that's it. One Piece. I will, if I take the sticker off of that, then I need to take the packaging off as well. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That's One Piece game. Another Game Boy Color game here. So this is something. It's not Final Fantasy Tactics, but it's something Tactics. I don't know if you guys can see that. So yes, another cheap one, very cheap one. New, by the way, this is new. So this is completely unopened, these Game Boy Color games. So a really good find for $3. And you can see there that it's hard to see from the screenshots, but it looks like a top-down view. So maybe it is sort of Final Fantasy Tactics-y, sort of, Disgaea type game. You can see, I don't know what this is a watch or something. Yeah, something or other. I can't really tell what it is. The screenshots are very small. Final Fantasy Tactics, of course, is a good game. Very good game. And we have another brand new Game Boy Color game. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Japanese version. No, I don't know what this is. It says Phantom Zona. Phantom Zona. Phantom Zona. And at the back, I haven't actually looked at the back. Oh, she's playing a guitar. I could probably get these games all translated, in terms of the back. What I can see from the tiny screenshots at the back here, compared to, it's like as big as my finger. These screenshots is that it looks like there are sort of dialogue options where you can pick, or it's like a menu-based system. I can't tell, but all I can tell is that she is a very happy teenage witch right there with the guitar. There you go. Sorry, the reflection's a little bit shiny on these. So that is another brand new unopened $3 Game Boy Color game. And let's continue with the $3 Game Boy Color games, shall we? Let me just check 1 second. Open this. Oh, okay, good. It's another baseball game. I'm not going to go into this. It's a baseball game. Japanese love their baseball. You can see their baseball, Japanese baseball games. Baseball. They love their baseball. I don't really want to stack these on top of each other. Here. Sorry, chaps. 1 second. I'm going to be going down to the safe space for quite a bit to put these things down. So I apologize for that. And get these out of the way. There we go. Right, let's keep going. Oh, sorry, there is one more Game Boy Color game. This one is not a brand new 330 yen Game Boy Color game, but you can see it's hamsters eating those nuts. I can't remember the name of those nuts, the striped ones. And all I can tell is that there's a very cute hamster trying to escape from the hamster pen right there. Looks like hamster mini games. Race your hamster. Maybe there's a bit of looking after your hamster there as well. No clue. Looks very cute though. Looks very cute. Put that there. I think that's it for the Game Boy Color games, unless there's some down there. Let's continue with Game Boy though. Sorry, it's mixed up a little bit. Here is an original Game Boy game. The packaging on these original Game Boy games is so hard to find these days. So I paid $8 for this one. You can see that the quality is BB&A. I think this is packaging quality, this is game quality, and this is manual quality, or I got that around the wrong way, but those are the three sort of elements there, BB&A. Almost impossible to find AAA and A. I went through the whole store and there was only like one AAA game. But you can see for BBA, at least the packaging, I haven't obviously opened it, but you can see it's amazing quality like that. The game itself, I don't know whether this is another little anime character or what, but you can see right there, it doesn't even have any screenshots at the back of it. No clue what that is. You can play it on the Super Game Boy though. Always a bonus, always a bonus. So that's good. That's a Game Boy game, original. And I'm happy with this one because one of the older Nintendo Game Boy games was Golf. And once again, ABB. You can see right there. Again, sorry, the packaging is very shiny on this one. $20 for this one, at least Singapore dollars. Again, extremely good quality. You can see there. It's too shiny, right? Yeah, but that's all packaging, those marks and stuff. Very good quality. And yeah, it's Golf. It's Game Boy Golf. It's very similar to the NES version, I would say. Yeah, there you go. Some screenshots. Look at that. Stroke play. You can play on Japan and US courses. Very nice. So I'm very happy with that one because that's a very good quality game. There are some other Game Boy games somewhere. I don't know if we go into prized possessions yet. Oh, there is one. Hang on. This is a bit of a prized possession. Again, unopened, brand new Game Boy Color box. Tetris DX. You can see that right there. Tetris DX, completely unopened. Never been used. Perfect quality. This will get you probably a 9.2 if you get this graded, like they like to do. They never like to give 10s or whatever. Yeah, and it's Tetris. Colorful Tetris, DX Tetris. I think I had Tetris DX, and I don't remember it being that much different. There might have been one or two different game modes. I'm pretty sure I had this one. This was quite a standard one to have if you like your Tetris. So that one is centerpiece of the collection because it is brand new, unopened. Should be absolutely top notch inside. Okay. Yeah, let's continue with some other stuff. Here is, so I got a lot of Super Famicom. You know what? Sorry, there are a couple more Game Boy Advance games. Here's a new one for 330 yen. Actually, sorry, I missed that. There you go. There's another one, brand new, unopened. How it is selling for $3, I will never know. But they sold it like that. Probably to get rid of it. Sorry, probably to get rid of it. I got no idea. Can we get the focus on there? Look at that. There we go. No idea what this is. I like that, whatever that is. Look at that. Looks like some sort of earthy, boundy style RPG game kind of thing. I'm not sure. But there you go. Beautiful game. In terms of the packaging and the box. Yes, and there is another Game Boy Advance game right here. Yeah, here's another one. Another 330 yen unopened Game Boy Advance game. Just like that. I don't know if this is an anime or whatever. I don't immediately recognize the characters. Looks like you have stages there. Maybe some sort of platforming game. Got a chicken with a mustache because it's Japan, you know. Yep, okay, very good game. Very good quality game, sorry. Very nice. Right, I'm just trying to work out, hang on. Okay, I found some more. Here's another 330, oh no, not this one. Sorry, hang on a second. There we go. Right, hang on. Gonna make some space. So yeah, a couple more Game Boy games. I'm pretty sure you will all recognize this one if you know anything about Nintendo or the Game Boy. It is a very nice, it's not perfect, but it is a extremely nice quality Super Mario Land, the Japanese, yeah, launch title. Was this a launch title? I know Tetris was the usual launch title, but was Super Mario Land also available on launch? I'm pretty sure it would be, wouldn't it? They couldn't have launched with just Tetris. So, of course, I had this as well on my Game Boy. A very good find. I mean, look at the quality here. No scratches or anything. There's a little bit of a dent. You can see that dent right there. Right there. I mean, these things are so fragile, these boxes, right? One thing that I was hunting for, but is almost impossible to find, and I'm sure if you're a retro game hunter, you also know, Nintendo 64 boxes just don't exist these days. It's like we all dreamt that Nintendo 64 games came in boxes. And Game Boy and Game Gear were like the two next ones up. Because these things were portable, there was more of a justification to throw away the boxes. Because, you know, you'd pack all your little carts into like your travel case or whatever, you know, your little sort of... you know, the pocket thing you would carry that you could put your Game Boy in and everything like that, right? So, of course, classic game. We don't really see any of the... I can't remember another game that has a lot of these enemies in. You know, like Super Mario 2, there's been, you know, enemy appearances, right? Even waters appeared from time to time. You know, the Pharaoh Lions, I don't think have we ever seen that in another game? Or whatever his name is at the end of it. You can see there all of these enemies exist in the game. I can't remember this guy's name. I'm trying desperately to remember the final boss's name. But you've got the bouncing zombies, you've got the Easter Island heads. You have the Goombas, of course. The Goombas are still there. And of course all the underwater stuff as well. So beautiful game. I'm loving this one. I'm loving this one. I'm going to say beautiful game a lot. I apologize for that. A couple more Game Boy games. This one, you can see I bought from Mandrake. You can see A, B, and A. This has some writing which says something's a little bit wrong with it. I don't know what it means. Or maybe that says good quality. I'm not sure. But I saw A, B, and A. I don't know why there's two A's, but whatever. I bought it. Yeah, so you can see that right there. What is that? Some sort of puzzle game or RPG game. Oh no, I think you need to build the road. Looking at that guy, you need to build a road to get from A to B. Sort of like a pipe dream type game, maybe. So very good. And no, sorry, that's that. Okay, good. Fine. Right, next. Give me 1 second. Next, what do we have? We have, it's gonna get messy now. We have a DS game, Conductor. I seem to remember this one. What's it called at the bottom there? Nodame Gantabil. Very good. And you can see there's no, I can see that up there. It's like a rhythm type game, but it also has a story to it. Yeah, it's a bit blurry, sorry. DS. I think it was quite cheap. Yeah, it was. It's another brand new one for 330 yen. I think they got some of these games in and they want to sell them fast, so they just sell them for like that. But that hasn't been opened as well, confirmed. So there's a DS game. I thought, why not? Why not? Monopoly. Everyone knows Monopoly. Here you go. Here's a Monopoly game. Let me shush my phone 1 second. There we go. Getting emails in. Monopoly. And you know what? Yeah, this is a Famicom. This is the Japanese Famicom version of Monopoly. See right there. Got some nice animations. I think it's very similar to the... what finger is that? Yeah, it looks almost exactly the same as the US NES version. Yeah, so there you go. That's the Japanese version of it. Put that there. Super Famicom. I got a couple of Super Famicom games. They're sort of spread out again, so I apologize for that. We'll see them bits and pieces, but here is one of my favorites. Here is one of my favorites. And I'm sad because I bought this one. Well, no, this one is almost perfect. Almost, but not quite. Not quite. Is it? Or is it perfect? No, yeah, I bought it with a little dent in the box, sadly. It's the smallest dent. So here is Final Fantasy VI, Japanese Famicom version. You can see, look there. I bought it with the tiniest dent, and that's why it actually says BCC. But I said, you know what? Screw it. I want to buy it because I love Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VI, debatably the best. Definitely one of the best of the Final Fantasies. Little dent there, but look at the artwork. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And on the back, you can see there the train coming in. That's not the boss train that you fight, right? I think that's at the start of the game. The initial town, maybe. Maybe I'm forgetting it. You got the chocobos in the castle, and then you have, what are they fighting there? Can't really tell what they're fighting. I have played this game many times. They're fighting the gunships. Oh yeah, sorry. That's when they're on the airship and they have the airship battle. That's right. Couldn't remember the angle of it. Yeah, great game. Love playing it. Love playing Final Fantasy VI. Good. Next is actually a Nintendo 64 game. I did mention about the boxes, and this box isn't in the best condition, but it was just $9. So I said, why not? It does have some writing on it. Something's wrong with it. Yeah, Doraemon, or Doraemon 2 for the Nintendo 64. Doraemon 2. They're all wearing the little flying hats. So again, it's so hard to find Nintendo 64 boxes. I don't know why. But you can see that usually when it comes to the Nintendo 64, this little text here, someone will be able to translate it, but I'm guessing that means like something wrong with the insert, you know, that little paper insert that you got with the game. That was usually what went first. So yeah, Doraemon. Or should I say Doraemon 2? these down. Okay, I've got a couple of more games on the desk, and I need to go to the others. I haven't actually taken and actually sat through all of these. Let's take a look. This is a PlayStation 2 game. Why I bought this, I cannot remember. Oh, because it was AAA. It was AAA. So yes, there you go. Lots of colorful characters on the screen there. I'm pretty sure one or two of you will have played this one, maybe. I don't know it, unfortunately. My PlayStation 2 experience was the usuals. Metal Gear Solid, Grand Theft Auto, Final Fantasy. That type of thing. So there we go. You can see that right there. Nice artwork on that one. More games I don't know. And this is going to be a theme. This original PlayStation. This one's quite valuable because you can't. Can you see it? You can't see it. This has the original cover. Now that is very rare to find. So this is like a little paper cover that goes on it. And for PlayStation and Sega Saturn, you always had these. It might be some other disc-based games, but these are the ones I remember. PlayStation and Sega Saturn. You had this sort of cardboard insert. You can see on the other side as well, right there. You've got the cardboard insert, and that can sort of really add to the value of a game, right? If you're actually paying for these. So, but of course I got this reasonably cheap, actually. There you go. Again, probably because it was AA. Manual exists. I've got some writing. There's might be something wrong with it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe not. Maybe that says, I don't know, could say anything. But there you go, Kid Station. See some happy Japanese kids playing that. And there you go, got some kiddie games right there. For the original PlayStation. Off to Dreamcast. Dreamcast might have had the inserts either. Or maybe not, I can't remember. But Dreamcast game. Again, a game I do not know. Was quite cheap. Looked reasonable quality. No writing on it. So why not? $700. It says again and refrain at the back. Again and refrain. Unfortunately, that does not rhyme, Japanese people. Again and refrain. Again. I say again and refrain. Maybe it does. I'm not sure. But there you go. One player. Some sort of anime-based game. No screenshots. Not sure. Of course, the vast majority of Japanese games are sort of anime-based in one way or another. And then the final one I have here, bought from Akibara, is a Sega Mega Drive game. Yeah. And if you know anything about sort of Japanese games, one thing that people absolutely love in Japan is the Empire Management game, right? China and Japan. You can kind of see the stickers sort of overtook it there, but you can see like there's like a geographical empire at the top there, and you have to manage your empire. Usually you have controller generals, build your army, kill the rebels, and it's based off a lot of Japanese and Chinese history. I think we'll see a couple more of those games before we get through to the end. Okay, put these things carefully down. So you can see already, right? The quality is varies, right? Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're not. But you need the balance, you know. You can't always just splash on the most expensive ones unless you're a billionaire, because then you're not really going to get the full collection, are you? So, right. Now in England, these are bad quality. But I thought, you know what? This game store I was at, they sold quite a big collection of CDI games for reasonably cheap. So I thought, why not? The quality's crap, but why not just get them? And it's not the games, it's the multimedia sort of ones. I don't know how rare these is. I'm not sure. I think they're a bit more on the rare side, but I thought just whatever, right? Just get them in, because it's quite a lot of like one collection. So this is Philips CDI, a big failed, one of the big failed systems. And of course, the CDI wanted to be not just a games machine, but a multimedia machine. So they pumped out a ton of this stuff. There's Mozart, a musical biography. Brilliant. But the irony, of course, is that these multimedia games in their own right were also pretty crap. Like they didn't have, you know what I mean? Like if you went to like a Mozart website, the CDI CD would have maybe 1/10 of that. And the sound would still be in reasonably bad quality, and the information would be very limited as well, right? So it kind of failed on all fronts. Children's musical theatre. You can see I paid £5 for these, but I got big discounts on a lot of these ones I bought from England because I bought in bulk. There you go. Do some colouring in or stuff like that. Children would have been bored out of their minds with this. I remember going into like in the 1990s. You know, like the electronic stores would have one of these things hooked up, ready for you to play whatever nonsense was on it, and it was almost always trash. You know, you were like, ugh, where's the Mega Drive? You know, where's the Super Nintendo or something like that instead. Tom, Magic Picture Show. An entertaining way to enrich your child's English vocabulary and of helping children make their first steps in French and Spanish. This disc holds more than 700 pictures with subtitles, music and sound effects. It is so easy to use that even tiny tots can play. Family games and teaching activities allow parents to join in and encourage their children in learning new language skills. Yes. And it looks like crap. Keep in mind, this stuff was like after... Well, yeah, it was at least after the Nintendo. It was you know what, my memory is sort of going these days, but surely the CDI was released sometime during the Sega Mega Drive and Super Nintendo's lifespan, right? I should really get better at standard video game knowledge, right? I'll be useless at what do you call them? Pub quiz with this type of thing. Here's another one. 35mm photography. You can see it's got scratches. The CD, it's like it's okay. This one actually, it has like 1 or 2 minor scratches. Yeah, yeah. Look at the quality of the photos. Your television screen becomes a simulated camera. Okay, you learn all the. Okay, 25 step-by-step workshops, you learn all the basic techniques of autofocus photography. Really? 25 steps to use the autofocus? Surely it should be manual focus, no? Anyways, there's more CDI games to come. Where are they? Is this them down here? No, this is not them. Sorry. Let's keep going. Still have a lot to go. We're probably like halfway through. Famicom Disk System. Some game. It's very covered. It's got no writing on it, which is generally quite good. You can see right there. You can see the Famicom disc at the back there, which is quite nice. No screenshots. Don't know what it is. Sorry about that. But at least the disc looks in reasonably good condition from what I can see. Hang on. Let me get rid of these CDI games. Stick them down there. Okay, yeah. One thing I saw which is kind of rare outside of Japan, and I couldn't find like this again. This is not the best quality. It's BBB, but what eventually came the Master System was originally the Sega Mark III. And this is a Sega Mark III game right there. You know, you can go and Google Sega Mark III, right? Sorry about my hair. Go and Google Sega Mark III. So it eventually turned into the Master System. Okay, I don't, you know, but there was a separate system called the Sega Mark III that was white, I seem to remember. And here you go. Got some Japanese schoolgirls doing some fighting, I think. Saki and Boss. Yeah, there you go. So I think the SC3, isn't the SG-1000 the actual Master System? There you go. Right there. There you go. There's the Sega Mark III. Look at that. Has some similar components. Like it looks like 10% like the Sega Master System. But yeah, so I wanted to buy more of these, but they were kind of expensive. So I decided against it. I decided against buying more of these, but I thought I want to have one Sega. That's my collection for quite a while. That one game. Nintendo GameCube game, quite a quick one. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. You know, this came with the drums. If you guys remember, you could buy these drums, or you couldn't. You couldn't buy. I don't know if you could buy them separately, but they came with the game. This one obviously does not come with the drums. This one looks sort of. I think in Japan you could buy them separately, based on what's on this front bit here, or you could use a controller at the worst case. But yes, Jungle Beat, drum. Very good. Okay, I bought this because it was new. Again, $3. Why not? $3. I mean, come on. What else we got? Spectral Tower. PlayStation game with an insert again. There you go, just like that. Let me check. Looks like some sort of puzzle game, actually. Might be a bit too shiny to see, but there's a padlock there. There you go. Some dice and other stuff. I don't know if it's a puzzle game or just has some puzzle elements in it. But there you go. You know what? I just realized that it's dinner time. Okay. Gun 2 Western Front Line, 1944. So it's a World War II game. Don't know if it's based on reality or not. I don't think it is. Gun 2 US Special Force. Probably not. Surprised Japan made a game based on this, considering, you know, they lost the war versus the US. But you can see there, got a timer. I don't know if it's 3D. Looks like a 3D game. One of these basic, you know, these founding PlayStation 3D games where the 3D starts to get a little bit good. This is a Dreamcast game called Air. $7. And I'm pretty sure if any of you know anything about Japan, there is a lot of porn in Japan, and anime and otherwise. Luckily, from what I can tell, this is not a porn game, but it's one of those almost porn games. There you go. Lots of... I won't say any more, but... so yes, no idea what that game is. So one of the streets where we had to buy a lot of these games, there was like so much porn. So one of these games had... sorry, not one of these games. One of the shops in the main Akihabara street. It said video game second floor, video game third floor, video game fourth floor. Second and third floor were absolutely fine. The fourth floor was 10% video games and 90% adult porn DVDs, Japanese AV, right, as they call them, right? And it was thousands, you know, corridors of just porn DVDs. And it's like, how much porn does one country need, you know? It's like, it's crazy. Anyways, that's my story about Japanese porn. Next Dreamcast game, it's the golf game. Japanese golf game. Got a whole host of characters there, like that. Nothing. Par for the course, as we say. I made a pun. Another game most of us will know, Puzzle Bobble 2. Puzzle Bobble was pretty popular in the 1990s, mid-1990s. Had a very popular Sega Mega Drive and SNES version, I believe. It's like a match 3, but you fire the bubbles from the bottom, and then you try to match and pop all the bubbles like that. Puzzle Bobble, very popular game. You put these down. You just start putting them down on this side. One or two more games. I do have another Nintendo DS game because it was $4. Mario Basketball. This one I don't remember. Mario Basketball 3-on-3. Of course, Mario now. What is it called? Mario Super Strikers. something like that. I've got the soccer game for the Switch and previous consoles as well. But yes, Mario had a basketball game apparently. There you go, 3D. For some reason, there's a cactus on here as well, so it must be a matchup with... oh yeah, there it is, Square Enix and Nintendo. Got some Final Fantasy characters there. Is that Vivi from Final Fantasy 9? It is. Oh, it's just a standard black mage, maybe. Yeah, got a Kupo on there as well. Next. So this one, actually interesting. This one is actually for the PC Engine Duo. Didn't buy much for the PC Engine Duo, but here's one. Didn't want to start too many freaking collections in one go, but standard sort of game, anime style. Don't really know about the actual gameplay, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. But there you go, there's another one as well. I will be writing up all of these games, and I probably will be trying to play a few of them on stream as well, so look out for that. So that's good. Right, now we get over into this section. So there are some games here that are not of amazing quality, but I thought, why not? Back in England, I bought some Atari 7200 games. Galaga, you see there, you see the quality on these ones is not as good as what I've been showing you. Galaga, it's Galaga. Everyone knows Galaga. There you go. Space Invaders with a twist. Yeah, the ships come down, spin around, that type of thing. 32 waves of winged warriors for 1 or 2 players, 3 skill levels. They're colorful, they're exquisite, they're beautiful, and they're out to get you. Blast dive bombing warriors in this timeless arcade classic, or get blasted. Written by someone who feels like he's not very much into video games. You should know all of these. If you don't, then get a clue. Xevious. Like a top-down shoot 'em up, shmup. Not really a bullet hell. Can't really call it a bullet hell shooter. Basketball, one-on-one basketball. Look at these sexy people right here. We've got Julius Erving and Larry Bird, 2 of the famous American basketball players in the 1980s. And they want to get one-on-one with you, baby. There we go. It's just a one-on-one. It's not an actual full basketball game. It's just, one-on-one at one end of the court. Slam dunk basketball action. Apparently it's a super game cartridge as well. There you go, super game cartridge. Not just a game cartridge, but a super game cartridge. And then another very, very well-known game, Food Fight. Atari 7800. Right there, like that. Now, this one you have to make the sandwiches, don't you, or something like that, while fighting the chefs. I can't remember. You've got like I seem to remember you had to make like bits and pieces of the hamburger and stuff like that. Yeah, or maybe you just have to hit the chefs. I can't exactly remember, but the game itself is very well known. Haven't really played it though. So there we go. That's 4 7800 games. Again, not the best quality, but it is what it is. And then, right, I need to half unwrap some of these as we go. More Mega Drive games. I think this is another sort of, wait, is this like a Shinobi style game? Can't tell. Got Ninja. It's a Ninja! It was $10, so I thought, why not? It's pretty good quality Ninja game. Oh, wait, there is stuff on the back. And it does look again like it is some sort of Empire style game. You can see there's some sort of simulation or Empire simulation sort of screens maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just sort of like, maybe that's just a map screen. Can't really tell. Oh, it says RPG right there. So yeah, so it is some kind of RPG. Way of the Ninja. And again, another empire building game. Right there. Usually these types of games were not really ported to the US, so it's a bit more interesting to get them. You can see right there, once again, empire building, different elements of your army. Right there. That'll be one of your generals right there. So yeah, these games are actually quite good, despite being so many of them. I'm trying to remember, there were a couple on the NES that I've played before, and they're actually kind of cool. They're actually a bit like Final Fantasy, some of them. So I enjoy playing them. Need to try and find them. And once again, this looks similar to another one I bought, but it's not. It's different. Gone through and checked all that. There you go. Look at that. And once again, it looks like another empire building game. Almost with the same... I used to remember some of these general names, like pay something, if it's Chinese or stuff like that, but it's another empire building game. Yeah, so... I bought a few of those, as you can probably tell. Next. Be careful with these. Had them all bubble wrapped, of course. Some more Nintendo 64 games that are in pretty good quality. Mario Tennis. For all players hoping to touch the true entertainment. Wait, is this a fake one? Did I buy a real one? Is that actually the real... I need to check this. It doesn't look fake. But apparently it says, for all players hoping to touch the true entertainment. Well, if you want to touch the true entertainment, here you go. There you go. Looks legit. Mario Tennis. Is there a sport? Is there any sport that Mario hasn't played? Snooker, I don't think. Maybe he's played pool. I mean, it kind of looks legit. Pretty sure it's legit. We're going to be in trouble otherwise. Hang on. Right, let me just Google this. Hang on. Because I don't trust this. Yeah, it is. It's literally the genuine. It's the genuine thing, which surprises me, because the next game I have is Mario Golf. And this one apparently is also for all players hoping to touch the true entertainment. Apparently this is legit. Well, what was Japan thinking? So yeah, Mario Golf. There's a Switch version of this, isn't there? Mario Golf. There you go. Standard golf game with all your favorite Mario characters. Next, what's this? Mario Wrestling for all players hoping to touch the true entertainment. Oh no, wait, it's not. It's Bomberman Hero. Bomberman, one of my favorite sets of games, especially the Super Nintendo versions. Very good games. Bit easy, but very good games. Bomberman Hero. And there you can see Bomberman top down, drop a bomb. Oh, this one. Oh, this one's a 3D one. They did do some 3D ones, didn't they? There you go, 3D Bomberman. Great set of games. Put a bomb down, it blows up, you destroy enemies or you destroy blocks, get power-ups, get stronger bombs. Right, that's two bubble wraps gone. Right, we're almost at the end of this. Keep alive, boys and girls, in the chat. More games. Super Famicom. Very cheap, $4. And a very good quality case as well. So I'm kind of suspicious on this, but there you go. Derby Stallion 3. Derby Stallion 3. And Japan love to gamble, and one of the ways they love to gamble is through horse racing. So this is looks like some sort of horse racing gambling game, or maybe you get to manage your horse as well. But there you go. For the Famicom. Next, we have a game that maybe some of you have played, but it's getting a bit old now. Populous. This is the sequel for the Famicom. Populous 2, Trials of the Olympian Gods. Never played Populous 2. I've played Populous. Populous was actually kind of confusing when you started to play it on several systems, because if you didn't read the instruction, you got no tutorial or anything, and you just had... So it's a world building game, right? You got a volcano, and then you get to shape the world how you see fit. But you can see the controls rolling the buttons down there, and it was very confusing if you just played this game like fresh out of the box without reading anything. I don't know how Populous 2 is different from Populous 1. But Populous was... I enjoyed Populous once I worked out how to play it. And then another high-quality Famicom game. Romancing... Saya? Romancing... Saya? Is that S-A-I-Y-A? 2! Bought the Smackabara. $8. RPG. Looks like some good graphics down here. Don't know about this. Would be fun to play. Would be fun to work out if any of these have English translations or not. Put that down there. Getting towards the end here. Next up, we have more Sega Mega Drive games. I am pretty sure. Yeah, okay, you can kind of see it. Phantasy Star 3. Phantasy Star, very popular set of games. Some would consider it the Sega sort of competitor to the Final Fantasy set of games, of course. Very popular, very good games in their own right as well, right? Not just if you compare them against the Final Fantasy set. But yes, Japanese Final Fantasy 3. No screenshots on the back, just sexy lady. I can't remember the names of the characters. I can't remember the name any of the names of the Phantasy Star characters, I'm afraid. But I have played through them a long time ago. So yeah, there you go. Very good quality. Should we open this one? Opens easily. So this one's very nice. You can see there, Phantasy Star 3. It looks like it still has the map behind it, the map of the world, which you usually got with big RPGs at the time. And you also have the game right there. Nice. Has everything in it. Manual, good condition. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Next. I did develop a cough from a little bit of a cough from Japan. Lots of cold weather, then hot weather, then cold weather. Me moving around. It's another empire building game. Look at that. Koei. I think Koei made a lot of these empire building games. There you go. More generals, more maps. And yeah, seem to be on a theme in this. Another freaking golf game. Super Masters. Another Mega Drive card this time. I can now play golf on every freaking system in the entire world. Look at that. Some good real life graphics there. Doesn't look bad. Looks like golf. Half of the course, as they say. Oh, I did that one. Next, I bought another rare sort of one of the rarer systems, is the Sega 32X. And not the best quality, but here's Doom for the Super 32X. Now, there's lots of ports of Doom. Some are better than others. Some are really bad. Some are really good. I can't remember this one. Is this the one with the original, like, really good soundtrack? I cannot remember. One or two of these console ports don't have the original music because it was based on what was it? AC? No, not AC/DC or Metallica or stuff like that, like heavy metal bands. And there you go. Looks like an okay port. Although also this looks like the one you can see there. It's got the border around the 3D display. I don't know if that's for the performance reasons. One or two ports had that. But yeah, Doom, classic game. And we have another Super Famicom game. Treasure Hunter G. Well, if that's an in-game screenshot, I am amazed. But it's not. Looks like a pretty good game, all in all. Look at that, look, based on the graphics. Top down. Don't know if it's like a Zelda-y type game. Might be a Zelda-y type game. I might have to look into that one. Looks like a fun game. So there we go. I think that's the only Super 32X game I got. Some of these games were going into like the $400. One game store I went to, which if you've been Japan retro game hunting, you'll know is Super Potato. They had an unopened, brand new, untouched, like no dents, no scratches, nothing. Original Japan Super Nintendo Link to the Past, Japan one. And it was like, I swear it was like shiny in its own right, and it was not for sale. Like they had a lot of stuff that wasn't for sale. And it's like, I want that. I really want that. So yeah, it's like, you know, but some of the games they were selling for were like $400, you know, and they weren't even the best quality. It was $400 games. Another Super Famicom game. Excite Stage 95. It is J-League, which means that it is a football game or a soccer game, if you're not English. There you go. Looks like a pretty decent one. Football game. Japan also had lots of football games. They love their football. They do pretty well from time to time in the main competitions. And we have another tennis game. Well, we had Mario Tennis. Now we got Super Tennis. Super Tennis is common one, right? I seem to remember it being one of the early titles on the US and the Europe. Nintendo, Super Nintendo as well. There you go. Tennis. Put these down. One more game in this bubble wrap. And if I show you that it is Koei, you probably know it's another empire building game. There you go. I love these. Look at that. This one has better graphics than a lot of the others. Super Nintendo one. There you go. There's another one. I told you they had a lot of these empire building games. Right. Down to the last pack. Nintendo 64 games still. And remember, you know, I find it difficult to find good, high quality Nintendo 64 games at a low price. This one is baseball. Pro baseball. Another baseball game for the, there you go, for the Nintendo 64. I got a lot of sports games. I got a lot of sports games, I got a lot of empire building games, and I got a lot of RPGs. I don't know if that's good or bad. This one, on the other hand, is a fishing game. I think Japan like their fishing as well. There you go. Look at this guy helping you out at the top there. And you can see a little bit of a fish there. Reeling it in. Don't know how easy. Sometimes these fishing games are really easy and sometimes they're really complicated. Played one or two. Now. Probably recognize this one. Japanese Super Mario 64. Not wrapped. I haven't opened it. I don't really want to open it. You know what? I might open this one because it is loose. Super Mario 64 for Japan. Amazing game. Widely credited as the first really properly good 3D game, right? 3D, like we haven't seen it in a very long time. Oh, like, you know, back then, like, sorry, 3D was not very good, right? And then this game came out and it's like, wow, finally we have 3D, you know, good 3D game. So what I can tell you, I don't want to open it anymore because the instructions are behind the plastic cover and that makes it very difficult to get in if you take it out too much. But you can see right there, it's got the instruction, everything in, still got the wrap game. Yeah, pretty good all in all. Pretty good. Great game, Super Mario 64. Definitely play Super Mario 64 if you've never played it. And finally, last but not least, I should have saved Super Mario 64 for the end. It's another bloody baseball game, isn't it? There you go. Baseball. Feels like that one I showed you just now, but a different year. Like FIFA 95, FIFA 96. There you go. Another basketball game. Oh, this looks a bit more like it's a management game rather than actual playing the basketball. Yeah, where you might have to manage a team or something like that. Good. Box is very slightly indented on the back. It's not completely flat, but it's only $6, this one. So yeah, so that was that. I mean, you can tell it's a lot of stuff, and I need to categorize it and get it in to the sort of storage room where the whole collection is. But was very rewarding. Very rewarding is a very difficult phrase to say. It was a very rewarding experience, and even though, you know, we all like to buy the games we can understand in our language, right? So for me, it's Europe, right? For a lot of you, it'll be US, Japan. But a lot of these games, you know, never left the Japan shores. They never came out. So the only version of them that exists is the Japanese version. So it's also important to look at the Japanese games. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that trip down this collection. I now have to get this sorted out, and I will next time I will be streaming once again. So I will catch you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this little trip, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.